Please have a seat.
Wow.
Overwhelmed, aren't you?
Honored, privileged, gagged, vomiting to be here.
Have you ever wondered, am I the asshole? Welcome to Who's the Asshole, a Grindr podcast where we're not only talking, we're getting into it. I'm your host, Katya, and I'm here to probe into your juiciest, messiest stories. So bend over, ladies, because I want to see the receipts. Who's the asshole? Hello. Welcome to Grindr Presents Who's the Asshole. I'm your host, Katya Zamolodchikova, and today I have the wonderful opportunity to converse with a fashion legend, Christian Cowan. Woo!
I'm honored to
How
be
does
here.
he do it? So those teletubby boots, they're sickening the house down boots.
They were a weird experience. Like, we didn't think they would do anything, and then they became like the viral sensation of the week. We're like, what's happening?
When I saw them, I was like,
What's that?
yeah.
Why is that? Why has that happened?
Yeah.
Teletubbies reached out and they were like,
Wait. Teletubbies reached out.
They reached out.
That is the weirdest
And I
start.
was like, say less, fam. I've got you.
So Teletubbies reached out. That is the weirdest start of a sentence.
I know.
How are the Teletubbies?
They're stunning. They've got backstories. They've all got like Bibles about their life and like backstories,
lore?
and like one's like a reformed criminal. And like there's all these like backstories that you don't know about that they've got in their heads.
I thought they just made noises at the sun. They were $2,500.
Were they?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Which I love. I love a really expensive, outrageously ridiculous looking piece of clothing or shoe. And but I went to, I think it was Balenciaga once, and they had like Muppet heels. They looked like fur, like fuzzy Muppet mules. I was like, oh, those are gonna be so comfortable. Like stepping into like broken glass. It was horrible.
Were they like $40,000?
Yeah.
Because recently I had a voucher for $1,000 at Balenciaga, and I was like,
That would get you a keychain.
Hilarious! It couldn't get me a keychain. I literally was like, I want a cute keychain. Couldn't get it. They found a completely plain grey T-shirt. Like, sweet,
wild,
sweet.
Okay, a lot of your stuff is like, I mean, you're colorful. You do great big shapes. Like, what has been? Do you have a favorite collection of yours?
Ooh, the most recent one. I don't know what they're called. I never know the season names or anything.
Well, it goes spring and fall.
But I don't know whether my last one. But my last one, I just loved that I had all the girls in matching like black bobs, and they had these like 20s pencil brows, and I just loved that collection and show.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know. Probably like the first thing I ever made will always be my favorite thing I ever made.
And what was that?
It was a glittery pink tuxedo with a giant wide brim Amish hat in pink. And it was great. And I was a teenager, and Gaga saw it online and took it. Boom. Boom. It was great.
How many teenagers can say that?
I know. And I was like, I was the little monster. Like, I was like shaking.
Yeah. Did you yourself?
Oh, yeah. Everywhere. It was a sofa just like this. All over it.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's great. What do you think is the biggest fashion flop of recent, let's say the last year?
I have no time for quiet luxury. No time.
But what is that?
Like trying so hard to look like you're not trying. Just look like you're trying hard. Like, I want deafening luxury. I want it to be loud.
Yeah. I want people to like have the skin blown off their face.
I want Donatella Versace.
Yeah, that is an interesting phenomenon.
This is very
this is
Versace
noisy.
coded.
Yeah,
Donatella
noisy.
coded.
This is noisy luxury. I mean,
What's another flop that I don't live for?
Oh, you know what? I'm over. I'm sorry if you do this.
No.
I'm transparency, sheer.
You don't like... See, I love that.
You do?
I love it.
So is it there to... It's not a trend. It's there to stay. It's like a mainstay.
That's permanent.
Yeah, okay.
But I understand, you know...
I think I'm having to deal with the fact that it's not a trend. It's a theme.
It's forever.
It's forever.
It's forever because it's just like, if you're hot, show it off. That's the vibe.
Guess, and
it's kind of like, I can do
But I want to
this.
see your whole then.
Well, on my runway, this always stresses me out because I want people to be completely nude below it because I just think it's like, I don't know, it's like a pre-Raphaelite painting, something fabulous about it. But not many people are down.
That's
a
shocking.
trend that is a flop for me of this past year is the hatred on Jennifer Lopez.
Oh!
I'm not here for it.
So you are,
Big J-Lo stan.
this is me now, and you love it. You're dying for it.
I watched the movie, I watched the documentary, loved it. Like, heroic. Heroic.
Oh, wow.
Love J-Lo so much.
What's your
I'm not
favorite
even
J-Lo
joking.
song?
And one of my biggest claims to fame was I put J-Lo and Mariah in the same dress in the same week and got in loads of trouble for it.
I cannot imagine.
Didn't mean to.
I can imagine the look of absolute violence on Mariah's face.
Yeah, I mean, I think a few publicists called our office quite angry.
Damn. Yeah. So who's the best? You have to give me some kind of juicy gossip about a celebrity you've dressed before. Somebody. You can even, you don't have to tell me who. Just,
What do you want? Someone or someone who's good?
Let's try good, not an and then.
Miley Cyrus is great.
Oh, okay, that's lovely.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah,
she's great. Love Miley.
Who's not so great? Who might win an award at the Olympics?
I'm trying. I literally can't say on this camera.
Okay,
because I'll get annihilated.
Whisper it to me. Oh my God.
See, can't say it.
You're kidding me.
I just don't appreciate that experience whatsoever and won't go near it again. Yeah.
That's so disappointing, but you know what? It's, front page news. People are assholes.
Shocker.
And then what would you think was the biggest fashion, what's the opposite of flop? Bop, I suppose.
Oh my God, a question I don't know the answer for.
Well, who do you think always gets it right on the red carpet?
I'm obsessed with Uma Thurman.
Oh.
Google it. Google it. Uma gives.
Okay, really?
Gives.
Does she really?
Yeah.
What does she give?
Just looks like just rich. She's giving rich. It probably is quiet luxury, which I just said I don't like, but I love it.
But does she give glitz and glamour?
Yes, she does. But who's someone else that I love? I've been really enjoying Cynthia Erivo. She wore that Schiaparelli thing the other day.
She's stunning. I also think Demi Moore is killing the runway. She's going on that runway with gasoline and a Bic lighter, and she's torching that.
I saw a video where she was getting ready, and she was like, "I'm just going to go through to the bathroom and be naked in these diamonds." And I was like,
with my 84-inch
fierce.
gorgeous hair. Oh damn. She looks good.
She's a good one.
Who's a celebrity that you haven't dressed that would love to dress?
So I would say Tina Turner.
She's dead.
Okay, so it's not a celebrity I've dressed, it's a career highlight that I would like to have. That's a bit left field. I want to be on Survivor or Naked and Afraid.
Really? But I see you naked and not afraid at all. I
would love to be on one of those shows.
Yeah, but you would not be afraid of being naked.
No, I'd be like...
You seem like a very confident person. Is that in fair estimation?
Yes.
Yes. What would you say to somebody who's like, I don't really know what to do when I go to the dance?
I find it so hard because I think sometimes the best advice is the simplest, where therefore it doesn't resonate till someone truly absorbs it. But it's just you have to remember it doesn't matter. In the best way possible, nothing really matters in a great way, in a freeing way.
Yeah.
It's who's going to remember 100 years from today?
Run a rock in outer
just go
space.
do it. If you feel uncomfortable, you'll feel uncomfortable for 10 minutes and then you'll get over it and you'll have a new threshold. I think I've always been the type of person as well who's just I don't wallow in sorrow that much in life. I'm just woo.
That's great. Okay.
Yeah, I'm you're dumped. Woo. And then I just walk out the room.
So you're you slam the door and you're on to your next glorious, joyous chapter.
Yeah.
And it's you do whatever you get. It's sorry, bye. Yeah, gotcha. Okay. What do you, in terms of leaving the house for a big night out, do you subscribe to the Coco Chanel theory of take one thing off, or do you think...
I think put 10 more things on.
That's what I think too.
I think that one thing off thing's lame. I think dress for who you want to be. So if you want to go out and be your self, dress like a. If you want to go out and be Charlotte from Sex and the City, do that.
Who's your favorite character in Sex and the City?
My favorite character is not only a favorite character, but a favorite moment of the character.
Tell me.
Samantha, in those fish bone, the fish skeleton high heels. Sushi on her naked body, and then big chandelier earrings. It's my next Halloween outfit.
Yes!
And then the wig that does this. Yeah. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. No more beating around the bush. It's time to talk. I'll whip out some behaviors and scenarios. You tell me if it's whole behavior or not.
Okay.
Okay?
And I self-identify as a
Yeah. But in this sense, it's
Okay.
hole.
So it's like or a fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Such a good way to describe it. It's fabulous.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Oh my God.
Oh. Okay. So, or not. Faking a British accent.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Love that one.
You love it?
If I'm not in the room, a big yes to faking the English accent. But when people do my accent back to me,
Why?
shocker. Oh my God, yeah, I'm English.
Yeah. Do they do that?
Like nearly every day in America.
Or like the Northern Irish accent? He's a gay man now. You don't know that one? Okay. Moving on.
I could not place where in the world that accent you just did was from.
No, have you heard about our John? He's a gay man now.
That is amazing.
That's Northern Irish.
This is Tish up in here.
Okay, responding to a text 8 hours later.
For me, how about 8 weeks later?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm all... And then how dare you respond to me quickly? I've taken 8 weeks for a reason. How dare you respond before I finish sending the second part of my text?
If that text bubble appears while I'm typing, I'm turning the phone off.
Actively trembling with rage. I'm like, I hate you. Why do you hate me like this? So I'm very in favor.
I definitely tend more towards the elusive chanteuse style of communication via phone.
Absolutely.
Also, like, just call me. Just call me.
And I will not pick up. I will decide when I'm ready to communicate with you. You will not.
All right. Bailing on a pre-planned hookup. Let's say...
Okay. It depends how pre-planned and how much you're bailing.
So it's Monday. You made plans when you were super horny on Sunday night. Or you had an early day Monday. Made plans for Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And you're bailing on Wednesday afternoon.
As far as I'm concerned, you didn't make that plan. If you made it on Sunday when you were like in that mood, and then you haven't texted in the meantime, that's the thing. Have you fed?
You have to do the hey, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. Looking forward to Wednesday.
Because if you didn't do that, the plan's not happening.
Yeah, right.
And then also, I'm fully in favor of bailing on anything.
Same.
Yeah.
The minute I moved to LA, I became the flakiest flake.
Can blame it on traffic.
I didn't drive. No, I didn't drive. I didn't have a car.
I can't drive either. So
it's like everything, including friend date, doctor's appointments, like weddings, all subject to cancellation at any time for any reason. You know what I mean?
Love.
Yeah.
I avoided it by just moving from the UK to America. Sorry, can't make your baby shower.
Yeah.
I'm in New York.
Yeah, I have wart surgery that day.
Yeah,
did you have that last month? Yes.
Yeah.
I did this month too.
Lots of warts.
Yeah. Let's see. Emoji responses to spicy pics.
Yes, I'm going to say yes to all of these probably. Okay, but like, you've got to keep these girls on their toes. They send you a picture, you send a turkey emoji.
A tacky emoji?
A turkey. Like a turkey.
I'm just sending a turkey gift.
Yeah, the whale. A gif of a turkey. I sent someone a gif like yesterday of a turkey spinning.
Oh my God, what about this? You send me a whole pic, I send you a gif of Sally Field as the Flying Nun.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
That's like, it's curveball energy.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to just switch it up. Like, What do they mean?
And then you send like a...
you send that gif of Scarlett Johansson dancing.
No, you send the gift of the girl with all the math equations, like, I can't figure this out. And then I send you back your own whole pic.
But photoshopped.
Yeah. I am the queen of taking a picture and putting it to PixArt and editing it in like under 40 seconds and then throwing it back. It's like my superpower. It's my superpower. Anyways, okay, wearing socks with sandals.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as that's the only thing you're wearing.
Going through TSA.
Going through TSA. Confused why there's a ruckus happening around you.
What's the problem?
In socks
you can't
up to your
see my
thighs.
toes. Yeah.
With sandals.
Are you a fan of Boodaloons?
Pardon?
Like, they're fishnet pants that have attached strap, like... Well, you know, I got a pair of, so they were all fishnet, and I rhinestoned them on a ferry, this very long ferry ride.
I think they sound incredible.
Yeah.
I'm all up for Boodaloons.
Yeah, Boodaloons, 2025.
Yeah.
Okay. Dating in US or UK, which do you prefer?
US for sure.
Why?
Because UK
is so gross.
Sorry, UK. UK is dreary, depressing.
And their breakfast is from hell.
And their idea of like a good time is, hey, let's stand outside in the freezing weather holding a beverage. Why?
Like shoulder to shoulder in the rain,
hours.
drinking pints of Guinness, like, and it's just, sorry, England.
But so US, everyone's like, woo.
Yeah, and plus, UK, US, woo. Okay, so, hole or not, or woo or ooh.
Okay, woo
Or
ooh.
woo or ooh. Or like,
Ooh. No.
jaywalking.
Woo. Every day.
Yeah.
All day, every
Love
day of
that.
my Woo.
Not using your turn signal when you're turning.
Woo. I can't drive, so I'm assuming that's...
You don't drive?
No.
Oh, thank
never.
God.
Never.
Okay.
Would never.
Destination weddings.
Woo. 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 A destination wedding, it's a woo-oo, because it's a ooh at first. I'm like, sake, I don't want to do that. That's so long. But then it is woo once you're there, because you're in vacation mode and you have a good time, you get wasted.
Okay, what about this? You're on Grindr, you make plans to hook up, but you live above a bar. So you go downstairs to just say hi. You meet somebody at the bar who's way more attractive than the guy who's en route. And this is what I've done. I did this and I'm ashamed of it. I said, oh my God, something came up. And it did. It's the other guy's right in front of me. And I selected him and took him upstairs.
Grass was greener.
Yes, that was a major
It's an ooh for the guy, but a woo for you.
Yeah.
It's a woo for you.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to get into some user stories. So people are going to call in.
Horrify us.
Yes, they're going to horrify us. They're going to confuse us. And we're going to decide whether they are an asshole or not. Okay. So let's take our first caller. I'm going to press the button.
So I had met this guy, and we ended up having a little threesome. And he was attractive. It was a good time. I think everyone enjoyed themselves, but obviously it was kind of a one-time thing. We didn't end up seeing each other again. And fast forward a couple of years into the future, I meet this guy who looks really familiar and ends up bringing me home, and lo and behold, the guy who I had slept with earlier was his brother. His older brother that he doesn't speak to and has not said a word to in 5 years. So, of course, my loud mouth can't help but tell him that I his brother.
Whoa.
Yeah, needless to say, we did not see each other again, and it was rather awkward. But am I an asshole?
No, love.
Wait. Let me get this straight.
I think they had sex with people in a threesome, and then years later had sex with someone else that turned out to be the brother of one of those people in the threesome. And they don't talk to that brother, but then they told them.
Oh, bring
I
a
think
book.
fabulous.
Who cares? I thought it was
fabulous. Bringing families
I thought
together.
it was a secret incest thing that they were lured into.
No,
Call me when that
I don't think that's an asshole behavior at all.
No, it's that's sliding doors with Gwyneth Paltrow. It's coincidence.
Yeah, say it with your chat.
Yeah. So now we're gonna play a game where we figure out if we are the assholes. Okay. So can you tell me about your best and or worst Grindr experience?
It's kind of both at the same time, because it was absolutely iconic of this gentleman. But he said, do you want to meet me here? And I met him, and he was outside a church. And then he surprised me and said, we were just going to church service.
Shut the you're
I'm not making this
with me.
Yeah, and also then I was like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. And then we went in, he was dead serious. He wanted
to share with you the good news?
He went down on like one knee in the aisle and did that before we went in the pews. And then after we parted ways, I just sat through the church service. And I think it's incredible.
That is incredible.
Absolutely.
But it's kind of like, that's a real tease.
I just don't really understand the game being played, but I appreciated it nonetheless.
I mean, that is incredible, because I hooked up on Grindr. I went to Miami and I found this gorgeous guy on Grindr. I went to his house. He made me watch an entire 45-minute episode of like CSI Miami.
Love.
I've never seen the show. It's like midway through the season. I have no idea what's going on. Silently from start to finish. And then we had the best sex I've ever had in my life.
Oh, well, so at least there was like a punch line
What's
to the joke.
Point? Like I was completely... I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, for 45 minutes. Were you just like, what is this about?
I have never seen, I told him, I've never seen this show. I don't know what's going on. I also don't care.
Was the episode good?
No. It was like, it's just like watching...
I thought of another funny one. When I was really young, I went to a guy's place and he had a monkey. He had a monkey in Miami.
You got to stay away from the monkeys. They rip your face off.
It was cute.
Yeah, but
But it was harsh that he had a monkey. I don't
What
agree
kind of
with that.
monkey? Is this like
it
a
was
chimp?
small and very fluffy. No, not a chimp level.
orangutan?
Not a great ape. It was a little thing.
That's a red flag.
It was wild.
That's a red flag.
But I was also like, love. Because I'm a big animal person. I love animals.
Okay,
so I was
but-
like, very pumped.
That is crazy. Let's see. What about, have you ever dated an asshole?
Ooh, you know what? No.
Really?
I've definitely been
Oh, tell.
just by being a messy person.
Wait, but messy meaning what?
Like my first ever person I dated, I dumped him on Skype. It's pretty harsh.
Was it
Didn't
video?
need to.
Was it video?
It was video. He
Oh,
slammed the
please,
laptop
that's
screen
fine.
closed.
I mean, that's great. At
I
least
was like, let's be efficient. I don't want
you
to
said
waste
you
your time.
closed, you just-
No, he did. He slammed it closed after I said what I said.
I don't think that's as bad as like a text or like or just ghosting.
And I was 17.
Oh, please.
Yeah. So
It's impressive that you can use Skype as a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Do you have any good dating advice, or what's your best dating advice? I need some dating advice.
Okay. Well, this is basic dating. This is
okay.
real dating advice.
Yeah,
People. I just like, don't do that whole bull. Like, oh, he didn't text me till like 4 hours later, and so now I'm going to wait 4 hours to text. It's dumb. That's dumb.
Don't waste your time. Get knit.
Just be upfront and friendly.
What do you mean?
Well, like, I find, like, a lot of people, a lot of my friends, like, they try to play this game of acting coy and aloof.
No.
Just be really eager and excited to...
I don't want to do games. I don't want to do... I literally will go say, I think you're a very attractive man. I would love to have sex with you. I'm going to go over there, give you time to think about it. If that interests you, come find me.
So much cooler.
Yeah. And if we do it, I'll text him the next day and be like, I really enjoyed the sex we had last night. I would love to do it again. Here, you can text me when you want to do it.
See, that's nice.
But then I don't wait around like...
No one does that. And also, people are like, oh, but what if they get put off by me being too keen? Then you found out really early on. And you found out that they're lame early on. Like, great, get rid of them.
It's like, oh my God, that person wants to me. I don't like, get a grip, Nancy.
In dating, I've always just been like, you're awesome. I'd like to spend more time with you.
Yeah, people
That's
are nuts. We're so normal.
So normal.
What about, has queer culture influenced your work as a fashion designer?
Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. Like, so many of my things are like really influenced by like drag queens I see, or like stuff like latex I use in so much of my work.
I love latex.
Like, I remember I once had a collection where I wanted to use like pup masks, but making them out of like gorgeous things. And like my team were like, you can't have like a pup play inspired collection. But I was like, I think that's iconic. But yeah, a lot of the time.
Don't police my puppy play.
Yeah, don't police my pup fantasy for like models. It would have been so good. But any designer who says it doesn't influence them, I think are lying. Like, how can you not be influenced by queer culture?
Okay, so if you are designing for Virgin Atlantic, or no, Air France. Air France hires you to do their new revamped flight attendant uniforms.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Full gimp mask.
Oh, fab.
Wooden clogs. Like an inflatable, like where you use the bike pump. A big like pannier.
Perfect for this, the little
exactly
aisles.
what I was thinking. And then also it's all made of that ink that like reacts to heat. So it's just like one color like here and one color here.
Hypercolor.
No breathing at all in the fabric.
No.
Big cutout here.
The wooden clogs really sold it. You had me at wooden clogs.
Think so.
Yeah. Okay. What's the strangest rumor you've ever heard about yourself?
I mean, my favorite one was there was like some like blog going around that I secretly didn't design anything, and that like someone in my office does who...
You're just the figurehead.
Yeah, I'm just the figurehead. And the hilarious thing is it's a guy called Nat who I work with, who I do a podcast with, who literally can't even work like Photoshop. So that was hilarious. I heard once that someone in New York thought that I was related to the royals. Loved that one.
Which royals?
I don't know, just the British royal family. I was like, do I look German? But no.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't think I'm a very rumor-worthy human.
How much of the sex that you've had would you say, what percentage is good sex? Out of all the sex that you've had.
You know what?
What?
Most of it.
Oh, really? Like,
Yeah.
90%?
Yeah, most of it. I'm Samanthering this answer. Yeah, absolutely.
90? Over 90?
Yeah, and if it's not good, you live, you learn.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
I kind of mean it.
Well, you know what?
kinda mean it.
I also, yes, because I agree, and I think I relate because while I may not say 90%, it's definitely a solid 85.
I would say so.
Because when I'm going there, when you go in to play, you gotta bring your A game.
You got to slay.
You have. I mean, it's like, why not? Like, why?
I'm gonna have a good time. No
make
matter
it
what.
work. Like you make it work.
100%, and it's it takes two to tango.
It does. It does.
And if I'm slay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to paint a little quick scenario for you. You meet this guy. He's so gorgeous, you can't even believe it. You're so hard, you're like trying to keep it down in your pants. And he's like, would you like to come back to my flat and me? And you're like, absolutely, yes. So you go back and you start kissing, and he is the most outrageously bad kisser. I'm talking like, and he's like biting, and he's like, what do you do?
You're out of there.
You just leave.
My aunt fell down the stairs. I just got a text. I have to go. Like,
okay,
just like that.
You bounce.
Yeah, like my kid just died, and then you leave.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Something that they can't argue with.
Yeah,
like
I have to go wash my hair.
Yeah, like my leg.
So you lie.
Has stopped feeling.
So I'm having a stroke, but he's going to take you to the hospital, and then he's going to kiss you on the bed.
No. I'll be like, I'll get an Uber.
No. So you just leave.
Yeah, you just.
You've never been in an awkward situation where things started off steamy and ended up weird?
I had a time. It was like, absolutely not. Yeah. Absolutely not. Yeah. So I thought I was quite ingenious with this. In the moment, I was immediately like, I'm just going to use the bathroom. Went in, turned on the shower for some reason, then saved my own number as a different name, texted myself saying, I'm outside your place. We're waiting. We all need to get in to deliver this. And then I deleted the text I'd sent, so it was just arrived from a different name. And then I was like, oh no, bummer, and left.
Okay, MacGyver and James Bond. I would have just bopped out the window.
His feelings in the process.
Wow, fascinating.
Yeah, I was really pleased with that one.
Yeah, that's
top tip for anyone who's in that scenario.
That's a little too advanced for me. I would just start screaming and run the other way.
My British politeness, I was like,
yeah, oh God.
I can't be an imposition.
What do you think is the hallmark of a bad kisser?
Oh, it's hard to say because, the overall thing is like you want the right amount of effort. You don't want too little, but you don't want too much.
What about eyes open?
Well, that's a bit intense. Like you open your eyes and they're just like this.
That's me. I'm like the Terrifier.
But they're both looking opposite directions.
Well, I'm cross-eyed. So it's
spinning.
Like, yeah. One's milky and the other changes color.
One's gone. I don't know. The hallmark of a bad kisser, I think, is just like too much energy.
What if they have dentures?
Oh, I don't want to be mean to the denture community.
I don't think it's a community.
But I think that's something that I should deal with later in my life.
I seriously considered when I was 18 getting permanent dental implants of vampire fangs.
Awesome.
Yeah, I really like
Love
it.
that.
I think it's fierce.
I think that'd be awesome.
I'm really into adult braces as a fashion accessory.
I think braces are going to have a moment.
I need them to have a moment.
I think there's going to be a supermodel who comes out who's got big old braces, and it becomes like part of her look.
And she changes the elastics to match her outfit.
Love.
Love that. I could not wait to get braces. And the minute I got them, I was like a pig in and I did not want to take off. I had them for 3 years, and those years were the best years of my life.
Lovely teeth to show for it.
I love that. I'm going to get them again.
Just get them for fun.
Although I famously gave my first job with braces on, much to the pain and chagrin of the we. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's going to be like, how? But then it's not great. You know what? I don't need to ask.
It's not great. So you seem like a very happy-go-lucky, joyful, leaning more on the joy side of things. Are you a ghoster?
Absolutely was. Sorry.
I was too.
Yeah, yikes.
I think it's really wimpy. I think it's flop. I think it's real tall.
Big flop behavior.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Who do you think is, because I have struggled with this. Do you think rejection, would you rather be rejected or be the rejecter? I would rather be rejected.
Oh, I think I probably realistic. I don't know. Yeah, being rejected, at least it's final. You're like, I understand. And you're nice. You're a good person in that scenario.
You can figure, like, it's their opinion, whatever. There are so many different mental avenues you can go down. And plus, you're going to get over it in time.
Yes.
I don't know.
But I've never ghosted someone who, like, I've been serious with. Mind you, that being said, I pretty much ghost my own siblings.
Well, that's
But, like,
family. They'll show up
So
sometime.
they need to understand that I'm ghosting everyone in my life. It's not just them.
Yeah. I
It's
am
not that they're not
literally,
special. No
I am
one is.
literally Casper the Ghost when it comes to any kind of communication. It's so shameful.
I hate communication of all kinds unless it's in person when I've decided it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But like if someone tries to talk to me randomly, no, thank you.
Oh my God, what about sitting on an airplane? Strangers striking up a conversation?
No.
No. What do you say?
I had one time I was entertaining. It was a woman mid-psychotic breakdown about her divorce.
Doreen Kavanaugh.
And it was superb to listen to that. But then after like 30 minutes, I was like,
yeah.
I've got 5.5 hours left of this.
We're not going to become friends.
Yeah,
You better
like-
shut up.
Same with Uber drivers.
Oh, I'm the annoying passenger. I talk
you're
to them and they
grilling the
they
driver.
basically kick me out of the car before the destination. It's terrible. How many people have you had sex with? I know that's a very, very confrontational question.
You know what? I think it's iconic to those. I'm genuinely going to answer this. I think it's iconic for those that keep score would have no idea.
Wait, say that.
And I
again.
think it's iconic to anyone who's like literally made a list in their phone.
I know.
Because I think that's heroic behavior.
It is really.
But like,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I can't even figure out the last 5 addresses I've lived at.
My favorite though is when I'm like talking to some like fab woman and she's like, I've slept with 5 guys. And I'm like,
Yeah. 5,000.
in 1 hour? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes straight people crack me up.
What's the percentage of people you meet on the grid or versus in real life?
Oh, well, realistically, I think my years were mostly digital.
Yeah.
Because digital age. I mean,
Yeah.
who's going out? And like, I'm not meeting them at the clog shop. So,
Right.
yeah. Which I would
They
like.
just don't make them like that anymore.
They don't make the clogs like that anymore.
I know. Best I always got at the blacksmith. All right. Any advice for people who are about to hook up on, say, digital, in the digital sphere on Grindr? Any advice for people about to hook up?
No one will remember this in 100 years' time. Just go have fun. It's all good. It's chill.
Okay. Wrap yourself in cellophane.
Wrap
Grease
yourself-
all the doorknobs. Yeah.
Have a barbecue sauce in between your body and the cellophane.
Thank you. No, well, what about catfishing? Have you ever been a victim?
Yeah, that's ooh. That's an
How do you
ooh.
deal with that?
I guess you just ignore it, or you just like I don't know. How do you deal
You say,
with?
you're not that person, but I'll you.
Yeah,
No,
you're
just
not
leave.
Gwendolyn Christie. Yeah, I mean
You're
that's
Helen Mirren. Yeah.
yeah, that's super lame.
How frequently do you have to update your photos on your Grindr profile?
Oh, I think a year.
Yeah, I'd say a
A
year.
year. Not much changes in a year, unless you've had a rough year.
Sometimes you got a rough weekend.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Who do you think has the best wigs in the game? It's Naomi Campbell.
Oh yeah, for sure. The hair kind of like brings a tear to your eye.
The hair has a movement that is so elegant. It's almost like this. There's 2 models walking down the runway.
I met Pat McGrath recently as well, and her
They
hair
have the same hair.
was stunning.
Silky
I was like, that is just,
Malaysian bundles.
It was just gorgeous. I'm trying to think of anyone else. It's the most
And
famous.
Beyonce. And Beyonce.
And Beyonce.
Yeah. Although,
That fan.
wig,
One of my greatest hobbies is spot a wig.
Mama.
I don't think that's
wig world is like, I mean, I'm on Wig Watch 24/7.
Wig Watch.
I worked at a wig shop. At 25, I started working at a wig shop. Previously, as a white person, I had no idea people wore wigs.
Yeah.
And I worked it was close to a mostly black neighborhood. And of course, many black folks wear wigs on the daily. And I had no idea. It was like a grand revelation. Now, I got,
Spot on wigs left, right, and centre.
oh my God, I'm clocking wigs in movies. I'm seeing lace pop up.
Unnecessarily bad wigs in movies.
Thank you.
Big budget movies with
Nicole
wigs.
Kidman, Mary.
Like sometimes I'm like, where did the budget go? Catering? Because it's not on the screen.
No. You have the most dazzling digital vista, like created by 14,000 Korean animators in a $35 wig on that 20 million paycheck star.
Why? I don't get it. But my favorite pastime in life is spotting male wigs out and
Oh,
about.
baby, I've got a story for you. There's a person, this mother had a system. This was no
I love a hair
wig.
system.
This was no wig.
Love
this was
that.
no toupee. This was no hairpiece. This was a system that was installed. And he was like Mr. Burns bald. So he had the hair.
Oh, so he's like
he had
a monk.
he had like the horseshoe of hair that was a fade, flawlessly faded into this human hair, gorgeous style.
Wow.
Unclockable from this distance.
Wow.
Unclockable.
How long does it take him to get into drag?
He gets it installed every 2 weeks, and then
Do you think it's like tens of thousands of dollars, or do you think it's like?
I think it's probably it's probably like $800, and it probably costs $300 or $400 to get it touched up.
I should get one.
Yeah.
Sounds easier than what I've got.
I'm gonna get a system, and you're not gonna be able to handle it.
But just inches.
No.
Okay.
Just like a tasteful Timothy Chalamet kind of thing. Okay, so unfortunately, we're coming close to the end. I think we've determined that you're not a You're a lovely, woo kind of guy.
Which I've never done before till today.
You would love sports games because they do the wave. Do you know
Go
that?
sports. Woo! Love it. Go Wildcats.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you all the best. Where can the children find you online?
They can find me at christiancowan.com, where they can purchase clothes.
Really?
Yeah.
Right from your
That's
website?
where they should go.
They
Screw
can buy
the Instagram.
Yeah,
go
fuck
to the
that.
shop.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. This was a joy.
What a pleasure. I thought you were going to be such an asshole.